guys, it's me, Louie Bite. So we are properly into summer now, though I have to say here in London it's not been a particularly warm summer because it's mostly been raining, which I think is great because I hate the heat. But anyways, let's dive right into the June favorites. So let's start with food favorite because I love food. My favorite is these peanut Pepero, and Pepero are kind of like Pocky. If you've seen any of my many Pocky videos, these are essentially the Korean equivalent of Pocky, and they're super delicious. And God bless the person who invented the combination of sweet with salty, because peanuts and chocolate they're just made for each other, and these are super duper addictive and delicious and crunchy. My beauty favorite this month is from one of my favorite brands in general, which is Etude, and it is the Dear Darling Water Tint, and I have all of the colors because they were on an incredible sale on YesStyle. I think I ended up paying something like £2 or £3 for each of these. They're cheap anyways, but like £2 or £3 each. That's amazing. The colors that I have are a reddish color, an orangey color, and a fuchsia type color. I've always preferred tints over lipsticks just because I'm quite a lazy person who doesn't want to have to reapply things all the time. These water tints from Etude have lasted me 5 to 6 hours at a time and are super duper pigmented. At the moment I have the red one on, and I really love the fuchsia one. I think it's probably the one that I use the most because it is a lot more suitable for a daytime look. And the orange one is also super great, and I mean I bought it because it was very cheap, but I would say that it's probably more suitable for people who have a tanner skin tone. I guess since it's summertime, most people are a bit more tan, so that's quite good. But for me personally, it actually makes me look a bit more pale and like washed out in a way that I don't like so much. So my K-pop favorite. Now I originally thought EXO's Monster was gonna be my favorite for this month, and it is an amazing song, so do not get me wrong. But something else has come out which I have just completely fallen in love with, and that is Brave Girl's comeback, High Heels. In fact, the reason that it's my favorite instead of Monster isn't because of just the song High Heels, which is great and super sassy and cute. But it's actually because I like the entire album, and I actually think that a lot of the other songs on the album are even better than the title track, so I definitely recommend you check it out. I'll have links below to Spotify where the whole album is on, because they're such an amazing group, and I feel like they're not very popular actually, especially internationally. I feel like not a lot of people have heard of them. They're not on many variety shows, and I feel like they deserve so much more love. And I even styled my hair today after my bias, if you can tell, so there you go. Also, I have to give an honorable mention to Etude LIE because Etude is one of my favorite groups. They're just such an adorable group of girls who are clearly absolutely insane, but like super talented as well, so I love them. My TV favorite this month have been 2 shows actually. Firstly, of course, Game of Thrones. The weird thing is, I had sworn myself off of Game of Thrones ever since season 4, I think. I just started to feel like the show was doing things that were so obviously being controversial just to get, you know, social media trending hashtags and stuff like that. And I just felt like the show was kind of a bit cheapened, especially since the books are so good, and they were doing some things in the show that had nothing to do with anything in the book. But oh my goodness, they have just turned a 180, and this season I think was maybe the best season since season 1. I felt like this time around they really avoided a lot of the horribly misogynistic things that they've done in the past, and I don't know, it's given me hope for the rest of the show. Though I will say, I went into it having 0 expectations, and so obviously it was amazing that it was as good as it was. but now that I'm so hyped for next season, I'm really worried that I'm going to be disappointed. So we'll just have to see how that turns out. The other show, which I completely binge watched in I think probably 2 or 3 days, was Orange is the New Black, which came out with a new season on Netflix. And again, another show where previous season I was like, it's okay, it's entertaining, but like not that amazing in comparison to the first season. And then this season, again, I think it was even better than season 1, to be honest, which is amazing. The only downside to these 2 shows being my favorite for this month is that both of them are done. And so I don't know what else to watch now, because Fear the Walking Dead is done, Reign is done, and I just don't really have any TV shows to watch. So if you have any recommendations for something that I should check out, please let me know in the comments, because I don't want to have to go into the weird part of YouTube again. And that is actually going to be it for my favorites for June. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I will see you all very soon.